I got a Levi sword, suckers.
Let's take it like a man, shall we?
Damn! That shit good!
It's not like an exact replica of Levi's sword, but anyway. Man, do I love me some anime weaponry. And today we're going to be talking about some of the most iconic. There's so many good picks, I can't even remotely get to all of them. I mean, Guts' sword, David Sandevistan, even Ain's python, they're all phenomenal, but for this video I'll be focusing on the few that came to mind first. Our foremost pick shouldn't surprise you if you've seen sword art online. I mean, they are legendary. Of course, I'm talking about Kirito's dual-wield swords. Which are so awesome that pretty much immediately after he uses them, every woman, every girl, basically everybody falls in love with him. I'm not kidding. You just watch the anime.
What do you mean exclusive?
Kirito. Kirito. I like the wandering type.
Okay, so I'm maybe exaggerating just a little bit, but either way, these swords are awesome. For you to understand that, I'm gonna have to take you through the journey of their appearance, which is one of the most kick-ass boss fights I've ever seen. Mwah! Kirito is mono-e-mono with a giant purple monster thing, which has successfully slain or almost slain all the people around it. And if he doesn't do anything, well, his future girlfriend, some redhead, and all these people are gonna die. So, well, he's gotta do something. He's got his trusty sword with him, but that doesn't seem to be enough. So, logically, he thinks to himself, well, I suppose two might work. The big purple monster thing is slaughtering everything in its path, but Kirito, he's like, check this shit out, bitch, and makes another sword appear out of nowhere. Oh, damn. All these people look on and go, wow, two swords? I didn't know that was possible. In a style that definitely conveys, you better keep out of my way. Cutting that sucker into a whole bunch of pieces of purple meat. By the way, I'm incredibly colorblind, so I actually have no idea what any of the colors are. I'm just guessing. Anywho, let's get on to our second iconic weapon I'm going to tell you about today. Funnily enough, it only appears for about 30 seconds at the tail end of one of my favorite animes, and that of course is Phantom Requiem for the Phantom. Reiji, the main character, gets done slapping some bimbo into next year and decides he'll pick up her weapon. That weapon is a fully automatic AUG, a bullpup 5.56 sax machine.
I'll take the sax, thanks.
That's awesome, but let's give some credit to Reiji himself. At this moment in the story, well, oh my god, he is not in the best of moods. So as you're about to see, he uses his super special assassination training and pulls off something pretty wicked and a little bit nonsensical.
I kill.
Okay, first of all, that looked dope, you have to admit. That little side thing, but let's break it down real quick. So he knows where his enemies are, right? These four dull things over there. He walks out of this church, which is where he is. Praise the Lord, I guess. And he flips his AUG all the way sideways, blasts a whole magazine, and misses every single one of them. But it looks dope, alright? It's iconic mostly because throughout the entire show, we see Reiji lighten up some suckers and he never misses. But this time, I guess, like I said, he's in a bad mood, so he just cuts one loose. He's like, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna light up the streets. And that's just why I had to tell you about it. I remember it to this day. On to the next iconic weapon, and I'll be talking about Trevor Belmont's Morning Star from Castlevania, which is iconic for a lot of reasons, but I'm going to point you directly to the scene that made it very nice. BT Dubs, if you haven't watched Castlevania, you just don't even ever I don't even need you to watch this video. Go watch Castlevania. That shit is epic. All right, spoilers. You might have heard of David versus Goliath, but that's wimp shit, yo. Check out Death versus Trevor Belmont.
Boy, Death, I want a word with you.
The Morning Star is essentially a metal whip that has a big old fireball on the end of it that explodes. But that's Death. How does that work? The answer is, it doesn't freaking matter. Trevor's on a death march, and he's got to 1v1 this god. An intense and beautifully animated battle takes place over a few minutes, and it is jarring to watch. Trevor is getting slapped around all over the place. Death is laughing at his little Morning Star like, what are you doing, son? You're just, fine, I'll kill you. Trevor takes the biggest hit yet and nearly falls off a cliff to his death. I could probably explain how, like, the world hangs in the balance and, like, a whole lot of people could die or will die. They'll definitely die if Trevor doesn't pull off this miraculous stunt. But I don't really care. Do you care? I don't. Trevor's got to get the hell up. Which he does, but I should add, he's bleeding all over the place and can barely stand. Death says some bullshit one-liner and lines up his scythe before dropping it right on Belmont's head. His final thoughts being, psych! He kicks that Morning Star into what I guess was like its super secret fire mode where the whole thing's on fire and starts ripping the shit out of Death. But this time Death is taking hardcore damage. He's like, oh shit, be gentle, it's my first time. Trevor's got this shit handled. He's like, I don't even need this cool new ability. Tosses the Morning Star away, flies into the air, stabs Death in the head, killing him. That shit was awesome.
And that's on God, baby girl.
Alright, on to the next one, and it's from Tanjiro in Demon Slayer. Is it his sword? No, I mean, like, it's dope, but not as cool as his other weapon, aka his little sister.
Come on, Nezuko. Get smaller for me.
Who's a good girl?
You are, Nezuko.
Doesn't look like it on the surface, but Nezuko, Tanjiro's demon little sister, is not someone to be trifled with. Some of you are saying, she's no weapon, she's just a victim of circumstances. Maybe, but check this out. Almost every time Tanjiro is just in a little too much trouble, someone, aka Nezuko, comes splitting right out of the box on his back, ready to wreck some shit. One scene in particular proves to you how iconic Nezuko is. The moment in question sees Tanjiro facing off with a prostitute demon, who is essentially the opposite of his total purity, and maybe just a little too hot to handle. Just because Tanjiro's the purest and most innocent anime character ever doesn't mean he's not a fighting stud, but it looks like this stud's gonna need some backup. Although you wouldn't freaking know it, because even when he's got blood coming out of every orifice on his head, he just puts one foot in front of the other, to the point where even the demon's like, what in the, just go away, you're freaking me out. Bad news though, all his core mates are currently busy somewhere else, so it looks like it's time for the secret weapon, the little sister. Nezuko's like, too hot to handle? Ha! Hold my pillow, brother.
Decapitate your enemy!
I haven't even gotten to the part that totally lit the anime world on fire. Let me show you that.
I wouldn't try moving if I were you. After all, there's no way a half-developed demon like yourself could possibly regenerate quickly enough to continue fighting.
Are you sure about that?
Sweet little Nezuko enters her own sex demon mode, which for the prostitute demon and literally everybody else watching was a shocker. But I'm certainly not complaining, both for the obvious reasons and because this really never gets old. Oh, Nezuko, you warm our hearts in many ways. Now, before I end this video, I want to give you an honorable mention. Now, I'm talking about Akame's sword from Akame ga Kill, which immediately kills anything it touches a single time.
That bathroom will never be the same. Anyway, time to get back to living the dream.
I've got a better idea.
which is awesome, but also a little terrifying. I mean, what if you like accidentally cut yourself when you're unsheathing it? Anyway, I wanted to tell you about that really because the entire show, Akame ga Kill, is filled with interesting and awesome weapons. So if you like anime and you like this video, you should definitely go check it out. But I'll be real with you, it's certainly an experience.
Huh?
Starting today, you'll be mine and mine alone.
Huh?
Okay, don't freak out. Just convince her to join the revolution.
Sorry for the wait. So tell me why you ran away. I've missed you so much.
What are you doing here? She's the enemy, remember?
Now that we're all by ourselves, let's learn more about each other.
I've been your American Otaku with my co-host 02, and I'll of course see you in the next video.